Okay, we're here in the greenhouse now, and before we take a look at how to prepare a grow bag for your tomatoes or your cucumbers or your peppers or whatever you're going to grow in the greenhouse, I'll just give you a quick rotation around what I've got here at the moment. Remember, it is late April, it's a dreary wet morning here in the UK, quite cold. And most things have really come to a bit of a standstill. But the things I have in the greenhouse have come on obviously a lot better than they have than those vegetable plants out in the garden. So here you can see at the moment cucumber plants in the grow bag. I use the all-female variety so that we don't have any cross-pollination or any pollinating of the female plants by a male flower, which will make the fruits bitter. So as we go around, we can see now that just in that bowl there, they're just healed in really these few strawberry plants which I'm planting out for the first time this year. We'll go in one corner of a grow bed of one of my raised beds, and then we come on to some carrots I've potted on. And if you've been looking at my website at vegetablegardenguide.com, you'll see that I always grow carrots in containers. They work great, always get a fantastic crop, and the successional sowing that I can achieve always gives us carrots throughout the summer and autumn. And then if we move further on over there, incidentally on those carrots, I've got one lot of carrots, or one pot contains peat-free medium, and the other is a peat medium. And what I'm finding is certainly the peat-free medium grows the carrots a lot slower than the one with the peat in. So I'll be interested to see how by the end of this particular growing cycle of these particular pots, just what the difference will be. And then we go over to some winter density lettuce that I put in November, which I've overwintered, which I've grown and overwintered and are now ready to pick and to eat. And then beyond that is some green sleeves winter cabbage, which again I put in the greenhouse back in November, and that is coming along fine and won't be long before that's ready to pick either. And then we move on around, and some broad beans there. Now the broad beans I just put in there as a safety thing, sort of. I have some broad beans growing in the garden, and I thought I'd have a few in there in case some failed, but none of them failed, and these are coming on fine, so I'll leave them to grow on. It will give us 2 or 3 meals, and that'll be great, and they'll come on much earlier than the others. At the back there you'll find my heated propagator, which is invaluable to me. I made that many years ago, and it always enables me to bring seedlings on and other plants so much easier. Makes life so much easier. I recommend that you make one or get one or whatever, as big as you can get it. And then down here we have some flat leaf parsley over in the corner there that I just grow for Roz, my wife, to use. Again, some more red cabbage there ready to go out shortly, and also in pots there, also ready for going out are some courgettes. I'm trying some climbing courgettes this year, more of a dwarf variety so they don't take up so much space. And incidentally, the bags that they're sitting on are the ones I'm ready to actually prepare for tomatoes to go in for this season. But down here you'll find that I already have some tomatoes already in, because I like to try and bring a few on early so that they're staggered and we get them for a longer period during the year. So essentially that's what you're seeing here in my greenhouse, how it is at this particular time of the year, and of course itching to get everything on the go, but as I say, the weather is holding back a bit and stopping me from getting what I'd like to get out into the garden. So we're going to now have a look how we prepare a grow bag for a raised bed, for the greenhouse for growing tomatoes, or anywhere really. Okay, we want to now prepare the grow bag for planting your tomatoes, your peppers, or whatever it is you've chosen to put in them. Now, one of the two of the main problems you have with planting into grow bags or using grow bags is the possibility of letting them dry out too much or actually overwatering. If you let them dry out, the medium inside can actually come waterproof, and the water will just run off down the sides, and the roots of your plant will just not be getting the benefit of the water that's being poured onto them. And the only way that you can get around that is then to actually soak them for a period of time until the water reabsorbs into the growing medium. And of course the other side is that you can overwater, because obviously they're in a plastic container. Even though you may punch holes in, those holes will get blocked, and you'll more than likely put too much water in, and then the roots will be sitting in water and won't be able to breathe, and hence then they'll just die off. So the way I go about this is, first off, I'll prepare the grow bag, because it'll come quite flat and compacted, by giving it a good punch. So what I'll do is I'll beat it up just to loosen it all up, and then even it out like so until I've got it just reasonably how I want it. And then what I'll do is I'll just bring it back up like so till I've got the bottom, and then I'll just take a knife. And any children watching this video, remember, get your parents, get an adult to do this job for you. Don't do it yourself, it can be dangerous. I'll take a knife, and then all I do is I make a couple of, well, more than a couple, three slots, like so, wide slots in the bottom of the grow bag, along its length, like so. I don't do one long slit, as you can see, simply because the whole thing can just burst open. So these little two linking parts here will just keep the bag together, and then all I do is just turn it back over, and then even it all out, loosening it up again, and you've got then adequate drainage there. No matter how much water you pour on there, the stuff that's not required by the plant will just, the water that's not required by the plant will just leach out onto the ground. Now, after I've done that, I don't, whilst they usually give 3 positions for plants to go into, I usually only grow, certainly in tomatoes anyway, I usually only grow 2. So I also use these, I find them very handy. These are grow pots, and what they do is sit over the tomato plant. The plant is inside of there. You can water and feed around the edge, and there's holes in the bottom where the water will then go into the grow bag and spread itself more evenly around the roots of the plant. And what I will do is I'll just place that there, and I'll get another one, and I'll place that there, and then when I'm happy I've got what I want, I'll just press down. And the reason I press down is because there's points, like a serrated edge at the bottom, and it leaves then a mark on the top. So I will then get my knife again. Kids, get your parents, you get an adult to do this. I'll just go just inside that mark and cut around like so, until I've got that open, and then I'll just position this so that it fits inside the hole nice and tight, and then I'll just give it a twirl round, and there I'll now have got that in position. And then what I will do, take it off, get my tomato plant that I'm going to plant into the grow bag. I'll take it out of the pot gently, holding the stem, not the leaves, and then just I'll gently tease out the roots slightly, just so that it doesn't get so that the roots will soon start to spread into the soil as quickly as possible. Then I'll just open up a little hole in there, and remember, it's good to plant tomatoes deeper than they were in the pot. And of course, this is where these come in. What I'll do is I'll just put my hand inside, squeeze those together. I'll get that back in its position, and what I'll do when that grows up, this area here, this length here, I will fill up, which will come up further up the stem. The tomato will throw out more aerial roots from the stem, give you a greater area for it to pick up feed from the watering, and you'll get more vigorous plants. So that's essentially it. Very straightforward, very easy, and you've eliminated two of the major problems of using grow bags in your greenhouse or in a container patio area, and you'll grow very, very nice vegetables. Thank you. I'm Lawrence Ireland. This was a very, very, very rough shoots video, and I hope that you've learned something. Thanks for listening.